A beautiful girl passed by, and even though we didn't want to, our eyes were fixed on her. She has moved away from us, but our mind still wants to see her, wants to catch a glimpse of her. We wish our mind wouldn't run after her, but it keeps following her, and after that, whenever we do any work, her face keeps appearing before our eyes. As a result, we can't fully concentrate on our tasks, and we can't understand why, despite making so many resolutions and vows, we can't control our mind. Why does our mind keep running after various desires? Can this mind be balanced? Is it possible? So, let's understand this through the story. But before you immerse yourself in this story, please subscribe to this channel. So, let's begin the story. Once upon a time, there was a guru and he had a young disciple. The disciple was in his late teens, around 16 years old. He used to go for alms every day. One day, while on the way, he saw a boy who looked around 16 or 17 years old hiding behind a tree and watching someone. The disciple approached him and asked, "Friend, what are you looking at?" The boy replied, "Come and see for yourself, see how the fairies are playing by the riverside." The disciple looked towards the riverbank and saw some girls washing clothes by the river. He said, "Friend, the girls are washing clothes. What's so special about hiding and watching them?" The boy responded, "Oh, have you turned into a saint? Can't you see? Just look at their bodies, and observe their grace. Beauty is so wonderfully displayed." The disciple looked towards the river again and kept watching. Until now, he had been fearless, with no worries, but now he also began to hide as if he had committed a crime. Then suddenly, he shivered from within and questioned himself, "What am I doing? This isn't right. I should leave from here." Without delay, he departed from that place. He reached the ashram and immersed himself in his duties. However, what he had seen kept flashing before his eyes. His mind was preoccupied with it. His thoughts were drawn back to that place. Now, he would rush out every day to beg for alms and secretly watch those girls. Now, this had become his daily routine. The disciple was not engrossed in the ashram's activities anymore. He was performing every task half-heartedly. He seemed lost in his own world. Even when the guru was imparting teachings, his mind wasn't present there. The guru noticed his disciple's distracted behavior. Therefore, one day, the guru said to him, "Now, we both will go together every day to beg for alms." The disciple responded, "Gurudev, why are you troubled? I can beg for alms adequately on my own." Guru said, "All right, then go alone." The disciple went to beg for alms from the ashram. The guru also followed the disciple to see where he was going and who he was meeting. After walking a distance, the guru noticed that his disciple was hiding behind a tree with a boy, observing something like a criminal. The guru approached them and saw that his disciple was secretly watching some girls who were washing their clothes by the river. The guru asked, "Do you also need alms from these girls?" Hearing his guru's voice, the disciple became nervous, as if someone had caught a thief red-handed. He was in a bad state and couldn't utter a word. The other boy ran away from there. The disciple couldn't speak clearly, he just couldn't meet his guru's gaze. The guru said, "My disciple was fearless, he had no fear, but you seem to be trembling with fear." The disciple replied, "I have no friends. Gurudev, that boy had influenced me. I promise I will never do such a thing again. Please forgive me," said the disciple. The guru replied, "It's all right, but remember, the company we keep influences our thoughts. So, surround yourself with good company, and positive energy will flow within you." The disciple started focusing on his ashram duties again and stopped going down that path. Instead, he took another route. He worked diligently but slowly began to harbor anger within him. He became impatient and didn't eat at the right time. His meals also became incomplete. One night, the guru asked him, "How many times have you broken your promise until now?" Upon hearing this, the disciple fell at his guru's feet, crying, and said, "Gurudev, I have broken that promise several times. After that, I have taken the oath many times, but it breaks every time. My mind is not under my control. I want to remove all these negative thoughts from my mind, but even though I try, I can't." The guru lifted the disciple and took him to the ashram garden. He said, "Look, here are some canals made, from which the water of the river is flowing to these plants, and this water is constantly coming from one to another. Can you stop this flow?" The disciple said, "Yes, why not?" The disciple picked up some sand and put it in the canal. The water stopped for a while and then started flowing over the sand. The guru said, "Hey, the water didn't stop." After that, the disciple picked up some jagged stones and put them in the canal, and the water stopped for a while, but again flowed over the stones. The guru said, "If I take an oath to stop this water, then can't I stop it?" The disciple said, "No problem, Gurudev. I fulfill your oath now, I can stop this water." The disciple attempted with a large stone and placed it in the canal. The water stopped. The disciple said, "See, Gurudev, the water has stopped. Your oath is fulfilled." The guru smiled a little and said, "Pay attention. The water has stopped here, but it has broken through the canal's back side and is flowing out from different sides, and it has also moved ahead of the stone, changing its path again, and it will continue flowing ahead. And this is precisely what happened." The guru said, "The same is happening with you. You are taking oaths repeatedly, and each time, your oath is becoming more substantial, yet it keeps breaking. No matter how big a stone you put, water will find its way." Seeing this, the disciple became disheartened and asked, "Gurudev, is there no way I can fulfill my oath and walk the right path? Negative thoughts do not enter my mind." The guru took the disciple to a riverbank. The water was flowing. The guru said, "This water is coming from this river. If we block the path through which it is going to the garden, can our oath be fulfilled?" The disciple said, "Certainly, it can be done. I will block this water right here. Then the water will not go ahead, and your oath will also be fulfilled." The disciple worked hard to block the path of the water that was coming from the river. He placed stones diligently and said, "Look, Gurudev, the water won't go any further, and your oath will be fulfilled." The guru smiled and said, "What about the plants and trees in the garden? Many of them need this water regularly, and some of them will wither and die without it. What will happen to them? We must let the water flow." The disciple reopened the path for the water coming from the river. The guru asked, "Tell me one thing. If we were to open this water more, double it, quadruple it, or divert the entire river's water towards the garden, what would happen then?" The disciple said, "In that case, Gurudev, all the plants and trees in the garden, every single one of them, would be destroyed, and nothing would be left." The guru said, "So, understand this, we shouldn't try to stop anything forcefully. We don't need to take oaths, we must always maintain balance. Even too much water can harm the plants. Plants can be harmed by less water, too. Life thrives with balance, and it's through balance that life sustains itself. Therefore, there's no need to control the mind like this water. Instead, we need to channel the power of the mind. Just as life can both thrive and perish with water, our development and downfall can also occur through the power of the mind." The disciple asked, "But Gurudev, what about the negative thoughts that come into our minds? How can I stop them?" The guru said, "There's no need to stop it. Reflect upon the causes within you, which are the reasons for whatever thoughts you have. It's not as if you've brought all the river's water into your garden. That's why you see water everywhere, but no life, no energy, no plants, just the water of desire." The disciple said, "Gurudev, you're right. In the past, there were many things in my life. I had to become something, know about myself, progress on the spiritual path, and help people impart knowledge to them. I wanted to be something different, but I lost my way. Now all my energy is focused on one thing, desire. Thank you very much for awakening me. That night, the disciple slept with peaceful slumber, and in the morning, he wholeheartedly engaged in his work. And he went back the same way where that boy was still hiding behind the tree. He reached the river where the girls were washing clothes. He asked them for water. One of the girls gave him water and touched the disciple's feet. The disciple raised his hand and said, "May you be blessed." The disciple's mind was filled with positive energy. A gentle smile appeared on his face as if he had found something he had lost. He continued on his way with the same fearlessness as before. From behind, the boy approached the disciple and said, "What's the matter? Today, you got a close look, and you've surpassed me." The disciple replied, "We are always busy looking at others, never at ourselves. How long will you keep hiding behind trees? Choose someone you like and express your feelings. If they like you too, get married. But before that, become something, establish your identity. Don't waste your time and energy." That boy started meeting the disciple every day. He abandoned the riverside and began to struggle to make something of his life. The company you keep has an impact, so change your company, change your thoughts. If you are changing yourself, then see if it is right or wrong. When impure thoughts come to your mind, don't blame yourself. Don't live in self-deprecation. This body has learned everything over thousands of years. Just by making a resolution, the oath won't break. But you have the power, the energy, which, when used correctly and in balance, can create a lush garden. You can't even imagine what you are. You are a living energy, free to experience anything, free to create. You are free to become anything. How valuable are you? You don't even know yourself, so wake up, realize, and don't just live like a money-making machine. Friends, how did you like this story? Please let me know in the comments section, and if you liked it, subscribe to this channel. Don't forget to take care until the next story and stay blissful.